when I was a nurse in nursing school 20 some odd years ago, I had asked one of my instructors, what kills a person when they die of cancer? And the nursing instructor kind of hemmed and hawed for a while and then came around to, after 15 minutes of kind of chit chatting, she was like, you know what? People die of cancer when their heart stops, but their heart can stop of 25 different things when they in cancer. I mean, there's a bunch of different things that they can actually die of. So I don't know. It's actually a complicated question. So I came to this startup world with this background in medicine and wondering, how do I do this best? How do I keep my personal company from dying? And I've been wondering what kills startup founders ever since, or what kills, not what kills startup founders, but what kills startups ever since. So I started looking for longitudinal studies. I started saying, what are the success ratios of startups? What are my chances of actually building a successful company as a startup founder? It was actually a really hard question. Like, I was expecting, having come from healthcare and data-driven practice, data-driven evidence-based medicine, that there would be a lot of studies, a lot of data around entrepreneurship and what kills a company and what makes a company succeed. And I was looking for this data and I couldn't find any, and it drove me crazy. And so the best data that I stumbled on was this rough rule of thumb that says 1 out of every 10 companies, 1 out of every 10 startups that's venture funded succeeds. Like, okay, what is success in that definition? Well, turns out that the definition of success in venture capital terms is you need to actually return a venture capitalist portfolio. So in that sense, if they make 10 investments, we roughly hope that 1 out of every 10 will return 10x the amount that they invested, at least, if not 20 to 50x is what they really hope for. But if you actually look at those data sets, there's 1 out of every 10 returns the portfolio, but then like 4 to 5 of those is actually successful, i.e., they might be alive, they might grow, they might be profitable even. They might have employees and slowly growing 10% year over year, but that doesn't necessarily constitute success for venture capital funded startups. And out of every 10 startup cohort, there's always a couple that end up dying. So I figured to myself, if the success ratio is roughly 1 to 10, then I have to build 10 companies. And well, it took me 10 years to not suck as an ER nurse. It's going to take me 10 years to not suck as an entrepreneur. So screw it. Let me work for 10 years. Let me keep on chipping away at, startups. I'll do a serious project, one serious attempt at a startup every single year for 10 years. And then, hopefully, at the end of 10 years, I'll have something successful.